Hi, Adam. How you doing? All right. Got your ad up here. Good job with your written rationale. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the ad. It's a good ad. It really is. I think you got a great start here. Just a couple of things I have I think will really help. You've done some really smart things here. A couple of other things that I think that can improve upon. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now let's start with the background image. I think the background image could use a bump in contrast. I think that if we put this through a levels adjustment layer, and then there's two adjustments I would like to see on this background layer. Number one, let's do a levels adjustment layer to try to increase the contrast by redistributing the tonal values, tonal distribution here. So basically what we want to do is we want to kind of bring out some of the dark areas in this image while maintaining the light areas. I think a levels adjustment layer would be fantastic there. And I'd also recommend doing a vibrance or hue saturation and increase the saturation or increase the vibrancy of this color. I'd like to see these colors a little bit more vibrant, and I'd like to see a greater degree of a contrast in this image. So again, either definitely a levels adjustment layer for the contrast, and then for the color, either a hue saturation and increase the saturation, or a vibrancy adjustment layer and increase the vibrancy associated with the color. The type is good, but right now I think it's all bunched up right at the top of the magazine ad, so I would recommend that we move this down here. And then also we need some alignment right here. So this honeymoon special, what we're going to do here is we're just going to take this honeymoon special, we're going to move it over so it's in alignment right here. Okay, so we're in alignment. So that H is in alignment with the R. Okay, good job using, and then you move it down just a little bit. So these are just a little bit closer to each other, something like that. Okay, then what we're going to do, this was smart. You've got the O and the R in alignment, and you've taken that line of alignment and you've placed your type in it. So that's all in alignment. That's good stuff. Remember, in design, specifically page layout and anything where you're including type, it's really a general rule of thumb is everything should align with something. And I think that holds true right there. So that's fantastic. I would take this paragraph of body copy and I would move it down a little bit. So instead of ending right here, go ahead and move it down to about, so start it right about here and then run it to about right about there. So we take a little bit of separation. We'll activate that negative space right there and really create some beautiful harmony therein. Okay, masked image looks great, logo looks great. Yeah, good job including the location. Right now you've got this white bar and then the type is just sitting right on that bar. So there's you want to give a little bit of space where that white bar is. Increase the size of it a little bit. So there's a little bit of breathing room between the logo and the end of the bar, and also the location and the end of the bar. Then what I would like you to do is, it's such a highly stylized ad, but then you've got just this very stark white background. To me, it looks like, to me looking at this, I would say, first thing I would say as well, it looks to me like the designer has an issue or was having an issue placing the logo and the type, so they just put this white background on there. It's fine to use a background, but I think white, we want something a little more stylized. Let me show you an example. This is a nice gradient that was set up, presumably for the same reason, that this designer was having an issue trying to figure out how to fit this in, keep it legible, keep it on it, separated from the other text. And I think that's a nice solution right there. I think there's a couple another instance of, no, not right. But I will show some examples in next week's announcement of some gradient use in applications just like this. So really try to take this area right here and try to stylize it a little bit more. Maybe a gradient, maybe some kind of semi-transparent box, something. But right now that white is just too stark. All right, other than that, I think it's a really fantastic looking ad. So yeah, go ahead and make those changes, and preferably make those changes before you start work on your banner ad, because those changes should reflect in the banner ad to maintain consistency in the campaign, right? So it shouldn't take long at all. There's a few minutes really, and I'm right here too. So if you're running into problems, let me know. But also, if you want me to take a look at this prior to starting your banner ad, let me know. But yeah, all right. So that's where we're at. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'll be glad to clarify. Thank you very much.